as we go off-road here soon in a few weeks. So we're gonna be talking, you have to supply your own bolts. It did not come with any extra bolts. So thankfully I have just like here, anywhere you want to orient it really. Hey, what's going on everybody? Hey, Aaron from the Great Outdoors Overland channel here. Today, we got a little treat for you, a little Amazon package review of a few items that we're gonna be putting on the Yeti ahead of a big trip we got coming up. So, guys, so today we're gonna be reviewing two products that we're about to be putting on the Yeti ahead of a big trip we have coming up to the Bridger Tetons and Yellowstone with my family. And because we're heading out, gonna be doing some remote travel within Bridger Teton National Forest, I knew that I needed a little bit of extra fuel. These Sequoias, as bulletproof as they are, their big downside is the fuel economy. And this guy is no exception, even only on 285, so 33s. You know, he's a heavy, big heavy dude, okay? And he doesn't sip gas, he chugs it. And so getting about 9 to 10 miles per gallon, interstate. And so that means off-road. If I'm in four high or four low, you can imagine it's gonna be a lot worse, air down, all of that jazz. So we knew we were gonna need at least a few extra gallons just for a little safety. If we get out and we're like, oh no, we ran out of fuel, we know that we have it. So here's what we're gonna be reviewing today. Don't mind my toolbox, a bit of a mess. We just picked up a new Honda Odyssey, and I say new, a 2007 Honda Odyssey. So did some extra work on that. Had to do some scanning last night. Just did the brakes on the Yeti, and so you don't need to see a video about that. There's millions of videos about how to do brakes, just pads and rotor swap. But we are gonna be talking about these two items specifically, and this is the Access from Amazon, the little Access spare tire carrier. And so this will be going on the spare tire swing out on the Yeti, and then the Vevor, basically 2.5, it's like 2.6 gallon or 10 liter fuel jug, okay? And so this thing has some mixed reviews, but here's the deal. For 40 bucks, I got it on Amazon. I literally could not pass this up. This was too good of a deal. And then this Access guy was also on sale for, I think, like 60, normally like 68. So a few bucks off. But this is going to hopefully just at least give us a little bit of some insurance when it comes to the fuel economy and fuel range of the vehicle as we go off-road here soon in a few weeks. So we're gonna be talking about this today. I went ahead, the Vevor jug does come with a lockable mount. Now, I'm a little nervous about this mount because a lot of reviews say that basically what happens is this plastic is pretty cheaply made, and this little coil in here actually comes loose after a while and you can't take the lock off. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm willing to give it a try for this one trip. If I have to take this whole unit off to pour it in, that's fine. But if it does break on me, I'll just go and actually buy a true Rotapax one, because this is just a Chinese copy of Rotapax. Like, there's not even a Vevor, like label on this anywhere. You got a little danger sign. Actually, reading this is really funny. Built-in liquid shall not exceed the provisions of the container capacity. Should be stored away from sources of ignition. Avoid direct sunlight. Always check the fuel pipe and seals are aging. So obviously a little bit of some Chinesium there, but we'll be okay for this one trip. Like I said, for $100 to have extra fuel and the storage for it, and I could put other things on this in the future, it was worth it in my opinion. So let's get started on getting it built out. So to kick things off here, like I said, this mount does already come with the jerry can or the jug here, but you do have to supply your own bolts. It did not come with any extra bolts. So thankfully I have just like a little bolt system over here that I carry everything in. So just a couple washers, nut, bolt, tighten it down with a little lock washer, and it is set. So we're gonna go put this on the truck, mount it up, and then we're gonna find the best spot for it as we get set up. All right, guys, so as this sits, it does come with a strap here. Obviously, it just kind of goes around the tire. It'll sit here anywhere you want to orient it, really, and then you just strap the two edges around the tire and then ratchet it to it. So pretty simple setup. The really big question is going to be, where do we want to mount it? Do we want it on top? Do we want it on the side, on the opposite side? I'm gonna kind of play around with it a little bit, and then we'll kind of pick a decision here in just a second. So enjoy the montage. All right, so now that we have this guy mounted, he's all good on there tight. Now we can go ahead and move to mounting the actual jug itself. And so really you can choose any orientation that you want. I think I'm just gonna go classic from the top. I did put a slight, instead of it being totally flat against the rig, against the tire, I actually put it at just a little bit of an angle right there, and that way it just helps provide a little bit more stability against it itself rather than just being like a flat surface. And then all it does is this kind of clips in, screws in, and has a little lock. We'll see how good that actually is and works, but we'll go ahead and mount that up now. I mean, I'd say it's on there pretty good. It is a little bit of an angle. I don't know how, like just looking at it, I don't know how I feel about it, but I think it'll be just fine as we go down the road. So, hope you guys enjoy that. I would say as far as build quality goes, as far as the Vevor tank itself, the material seems pretty nice. It does come with the spout just like your normal Rotapax would. I would say the seals in it are a little bit cheaper feeling, so I don't know how long they might last. I may try to just go find some other seals at a hardware store and see if those will do better. But I think overall, good product, especially for the price. The Axis spare tire carrier itself, very, very high quality. The metal on it is very nice. I'll give you some close-up shots of it now. All right, so here it is all mounted up. Once again, the Axis tire carrier, very, very good quality. You know, good quality metal. Powder coat is 10 out of 10 on it, no issues that I saw. The strap itself is actually rated for 15,000 pounds. There was a little chart on it on the other side near the clasp or the ratcheting end. So overall, I think that was great. Locked it in, everything's nice and tight. I don't think we're gonna have any issues out of that. And then the jug itself, like I said, I mean, the jug quality itself is pretty great. It's actually the spout and the lock, definitely a cheaper plastic. I'm quite unsure about that. Like I said, if I have to take this whole unit off to be able to get to it, that's fine. Like I said, there's a lot of reviews where these fail, but I'm okay with just not spending the money for now. And if it does break, then I'll go grab an actual, you know, Rotapax one. But overall, I mean, I actually like it. Like I said, it's got a slight little angle to it, which I do not mind. It just kind of puts a little bit more pressure on the tire itself rather than just all on the mount. So I don't mind that at all. I was thinking about putting it on top, but I think this will do. Overall, you know, pretty good product. I'd rate the Jug probably like a 7 out of 10 currently. We'll see how she fares. And then the Axis actual spare tire mount, 10 out of 10. Looks great, works great. It's tight, clamped on there very well. Obviously, you'll want to make sure that it gets down the center of the tire itself all the way around. But as long as you can do that, I think it's going to be a good day. So I'm very excited. We got a big trip coming up. So we just took it on a little trip to the National Forest of Nebraska out in Halsey, Nebraska. This truck did amazing. The camping setup did great. We did it as a little shakedown run before we drive, you know, multiple days out to Yellowstone and Bridger Teton National Forest. But overall, hey, so once again, thank you guys for joining us today. It's been absolutely awesome, but here's the deal. We got a big trip coming up. It's gonna be amazing. We'll have some video footage of that, so I hope you guys enjoy. So for that, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to see the upcoming videos. So otherwise, get outdoors, enjoy it. We'll see you soon.